Poynting theorem definition is the rate of amount of field energy passing through unit area of the surface perpendicular to the direction of propagation of energy is called as Poynting vector and denoted by P. P equal to 1 by mu naught E cross B. We know that B equal to mu naught H. So it can be written as E cross H energy joules per second per unit area. That's why it is watt per meter square. Suppose if the energy is flowing along the x-axis, then the area perpendicular to that x-axis is nothing but yz plane. So we have to calculate the energy flowing through the yz door, through that area. Suppose if you imagine a room with two doors. From one door, some students are entering, and through another door, some students are leaving. So the resultant number of students inside the class is equal to the number of students entering into the class minus the number of students leaving the class. Now let us see the derivation. Consider an elementary volume having volume dx dy dz in the form of a rectangular parallelepiped of sides dx dy dz. Suppose the electromagnetic energy is propagated along the x-axis. Now the area perpendicular to the direction of propagation of energy is dy dz. Let the electromagnetic energy in this volume is capital U. Then rate of change of energy, that means energy changing per 1 second, equal to dou U by dou T. But from the definition of Poynting vector, this rate of change of energy is nothing but Poynting vector, energy flowing per unit area. So dou U by dou T equal to minus integral P dot ds. Negative sign is used to show that energy is entering the volume, and here energy is decreasing. When the energy is flowing outwards, rate of change is negative sign, decreasing. Energy is decreasing. The energy density per unit volume. So first of all, we have to know what type of energies are inside this volume. As it is an electromagnetic wave, there are two types of fields, electric field and magnetic field. So the total amount of energy in this volume is due to energy due to electric field and energy due to magnetic field. We already know that the energy density per unit volume in electric field is given by, let it represent with the letter small u, ue equal to half epsilon naught capital E square. The energy density per unit volume in magnetic field is given by half mu naught h square. So total energy capital U equal to electric field energy plus magnetic field energy, UE plus UB. So total energy U equal to half epsilon naught capital E square plus half mu naught h square. The rate of decrease of energy in volume du is given by, you have to differentiate this energy, minus d by dt half epsilon naught E square plus half mu naught h square. Therefore, rate of decrease of energy for volume V equal to, we have calculated earlier this for small volume dV. So, for total volume V, you have to integrate. So, total change of rate of decrease of energy equal to integral minus d by dt integral v half epsilon naught t square plus half mu naught h square dv. Dou e square by dou t is nothing but 2e dou e by dou t. Half and 2 get cancelled. So this will become minus epsilon t dou e by dou t plus mu naught h dou h by dou t dv. From Maxwell's equations, that is from Ampere's law. What is Ampere's law? Integral b dot dl equal to mu naught I. Modified form of Ampere's law. Ampere's law can be converted into curl form using Stokes theorem. Curl b equal to curl b ds equal to mu naught integral j ds. So finally you will get curl b equal to mu naught j. But we know that b equal to mu naught h. So curl h equal to j. Modified form of Ampere's law is curl h equal to j plus dou d by dou t, where dou d by dou t is the displacement current. That is the current due to varying electric field. As waves are propagating in non-conducting medium. Non-conducting medium means there is no flow of current. When the current I is 0, current density J equal to 0. Current density J is nothing but I by A. So we can put J equal to 0 as the wave is traveling in non-conducting medium. So that equal to epsilon naught dou E by dou T, where D equal to epsilon T. So dou E by dou T equal to 1 by epsilon naught curl H. Further, curl E equal to minus dou B by dou T. This is Faraday's law, that equal to minus mu naught dou H by dou T. So dou H by dou T equal to minus curl E by mu naught. Substituting these values from equations 4 and 5 in equation 3, we get minus dou E by dou T equal to minus integral V epsilon naught E curl H by epsilon naught minus mu naught H curl E by mu naught dou V. So above equation can be written as minus dou E by dou T equal to mu naught H curl E minus E curl H dV. By using vector identity, del dot A cross B equal to B dot curl A minus A dot curl B, the above equation can be written as curl dot A cross H dV. Using Gauss divergence theorem. Gauss divergence theorem converts surface integral to volume integral or volume integral to surface integral. So this volume integral can be written as surface integral E curl H dot n ds, where n is the unit vector normal to the surface. So comparing equation 3. What is equation 3? This one. Minus dou U by dou T equal to. So comparing equation comparing equation 3 with equation 2, we get integral S P dot ds equal to E cross H ds. Here in the place of P we have E cross H, that is energy flow perpendicular to the direction of plane containing that energy flow takes place in a direction perpendicular to the plane containing E and H. So this energy flow is perpendicular to both E and H, as P is E cross H. So energy flow is perpendicular to both E and H. So energy and energy flow and electric field and magnetic field are both all in perpendicular direction. Characteristics of Poynting vector. The vector P is perpendicular to E and H and in the same direction as the direction of wave propagation. Integral P dA. dA is nothing but ds, area. Closed surface equal to E cross H dA represents the rate at which electromagnetic energy crosses the closed surface. Here we have taken rectangle parallelepiped is a closed surface. So the energy leaving that closed surface is nothing but integral closed surface. Closed surface integral is nothing but volume integral. Del cross B dV equal to represents the net energy flow in electromagnetic field. Divergence always indicates leaving that place. Del P dV means the amount of vector, that vector P leaving that volume V or entering that volume. So here energy is leaving, net energy flow in electromagnetic field. In case of alternating fields that varies sinusoidally, P average equal to ERMS cross HRMS. Here E and H are varying, so we have to take RMS values, root mean square values. That equal to ERMS is nothing but E naught by root 2, HRMS equal to H naught by root 2. So finally we will get E naught cross H naught by 2 is called the intensity of the wave. I want to clarify again about the negative sign. When you take P dot ds, suppose the energy is entering, ds is always for the left hand side, that is for the plane AEDH, ds is perpendicular to that area left hand side. Then that is, it is along left hand side, but energy is entering towards right hand side. So both are in opposite direction, 180 degrees. So P dot ds will become cos 180 minus. So minus of minus positive. So when the energy is entering into the volume, rate of change of energy inside the volume will increase. That means rate of change of energy is positive. That's why dou u by dou t equal to minus of P dot ds. Suppose the energy is leaving. That means it is leaving through the side B, through the area BFGC. ds is always perpendicular to that area. That means it is towards right hand side, and energy is also leaving along the right hand side. So the angle between the two is 0. So P dot ds is positive. But this time when the energy is leaving from the parallelepiped, the resultant energy inside that volume is decreasing. That is du by dt is negative. So du by dt will become negative in this case. That means if the energy is entering, rate of change of energy is positive, and if the energy is leaving, rate of change of energy is negative.